Yeah.
Kid.
I always seem to run out of time because of how long-winded they are and how wordy they are. And in my opinion, that takes the focus off the kids, off the players. So I'm going to keep my words seriously short today. I know Coach Chiappa's got to get down to tailgate today. So, okay. So, just for starters, pointing out the obvious, the season didn't turn out how we wanted. We finished with a 1-7 record. We were in a couple games. We got hurt badly in a couple games. But there are other measuring sticks to our success other than what appears in the win column. Dan O'Malley alluded to that earlier. There are countless numbers of times that we faced adversity. We faced adversity against Nanuet being down 15-0. And although we didn't win the jug, which kills me to say, we came back and we made a respectable 15-13. When we were down to Harrison at halftime, the guys can acknowledge, I spoke to them about this, particularly the seniors, about how proud I was of them, that no matter what the scoreboard read, they weren't quitting. When we were on MSG varsity, and we played John Jay Cross River, we were down 13 players to injury and other reason. And there's no way to game plan losing 13 players for one game. That was heading into that game, and then we lost an additional one during that game. And the countless numbers of time we faced adversity, we never quit. And you guys know that I love my movies, you know that I love my quotes, so I figured, hey, kill two birds with one stone, here's a movie quote. There's a famous Robert De Niro movie, your parents will definitely know it, players I don't know if you will, called Raging Bull. And in the movie Raging Bull, the fighter Jake LaMotta is taking on Sugar Ray Robinson. And Sugar Ray Robinson is just pounding him, beating him mercilessly, punching him. Jake LaMotta's nose is bloodied and broken. He's got a black eye, his face is swollen, he's got a broken rib, and he is reeling against the ropes. But at the end of the fight, Jake LaMotta and Ray Robinson hug in the middle of the ring. And Jake LaMotta whispers into Ray Robinson's ear, "You never knock me down, Ray. You never knock me down." And that's what this team reminds me of. This team reminds me of that kind of attitude. You never knock me down. To Art Troillo and Harrison, you never knocked us down. To Jimmy Clark up in John Jay Cross River, you never knocked us down. We may have lost the games, but we never quit. And in my opinion, that speaks volumes about our guys. We never gave up. We played 4 quarters of tough-nosed, blue-collar Pearl River football, and we never quit once. And trust me, there were times when we could have packed it up, packed it in very easily, looking at the scoreboard and seeing 35-7 heading into halftime. What do I say going into halftime, down 35-7? What plays can Coach Harris come up with to get a magic 28-point interception touchdown return? What special teams plays can Coach Chiappa come up with that could do that? So the fact that these guys never gave up, they never bailed out, speaks volumes about them. The younger guys that got called up during the season, that were thrown into the fire, baptized by fire very quickly, says a lot about them as well. They also came in with a hard-nosed, tough guy attitude. They didn't care who they were playing. They didn't care who they were facing. All they cared about was, how can I help you coaches? How can I help you juniors and seniors? How can I help make this season just a little bit better? And that's the attitude that I love about this program. You never knocked us down, right? You never knocked us down. To the parents, I want to say thank you very much as well for all your support during the season. It could have been very easy for you guys to say, well, you know, you have your studies you can work on, you could do something else other than football, you know, you can quit if you want to. But I never heard that from any parent. I never heard that from any guardian or grandparent or aunt and uncle. All we kept hearing as we came up off the field after every loss was, get them next time, coach. Don't worry about it, coach. Keep the heads up, coach. Keep them working hard, coach. So your support meant an infinite amount to us. So thank you. Thanks for selling our gear. Thanks for coming to the pasta parties. Thanks for being here today. Thank you for your support for the entire year. Thank you very much. Okay, again, to turn the focus on the kids, I have the seniors, a little something for the seniors. I'm going to read a little something about each one of them, starting with Stephen Bruno. Stephen was a determined athlete this year. He worked hard in the offseason, and he showed the coaching staff that his attitude and desire is what football is all about. Steven worked hard to make an impact in every game he played, and he played in every one. First as a left offensive tackle, and then when he was called upon to replace an injury, shift down to center. He played every snap of the offensive line and did a great job despite oftentimes being outsized. His efforts and attitude will be missed, and I wish him the best in his future, and I know the coaches do as well. Steven, come on up with something. Next is Eric Corcoran, one of our co-captains. Desire, dedication, and impressive work ethic only begin to describe co-captain Eric Corcoran. As a 2-year varsity starter at linebacker, Eric has put a lot of time and effort into our football program, culminating with him representing Pro River at the Section 1 Senior All-Star Game. Eric played through pain in almost every game. Wherever the opposing ball carrier went, you can bet Eric was not too far behind. His abilities and his attitude make him a very likable player, and we wish you all the best. Eric Corcoran. John Crilly. What can we begin to say about John Crilly? To say that he's come a long way would be a tremendous understatement. He worked very, very hard during the season to become a better, stronger lineman. He truly valued every second of playing time he earned and made the best of every opportunity to hit and to tackle, regardless of whether he was in at the beginning or whether he was put in during spot time. No matter the odds and no matter the situation, John never quit. And for any of you that knows, or any of you that know or played with John, you know that shows that he's come a long way from what he was as a modified 7th grader, running around the field with his water bottle in hand. John never quit, and it has been a pleasure watching him develop into a fine young man, and we wish you all the best. John Crilly.